That's my first year. 13 customers, 13 families.
This is your first year?
Yeah.
That's about the size of
Right there, those plots right there.
Of a big backyard.
Yeah.
And
Here's
what year was
here's
that?
what the 94, 95. There's what the place looked like. That's where that's where the new cooler is. That's
So, my gosh, this is like a little garden.
yeah, exactly.
And you had how many customers?
13 families.
That was
94, 95, 95, because we moved out here in 94.
What possessed you?
Oh, I thought I was just going to be on top of it.
You thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, I thought I had the brainstorm.
And you came from Detroit.
Came from Detroit.
Had a restaurant.
Had a restaurant.
Did you ever grow anything?
Yeah, in my backyard I grew some things. Container gardening. Yeah, there you go. But no, I don't know. I always wanted to be a farmer and an organic farmer, so I just went for it.
And now?
And it seems like a blur.
It seems like a book. What happened though? You got into it and you realized.
I was in deep, and I'm still in deep. It's the sharp learning curve, I guess you would say. Still pretty quick. It's a sharp learning curve, and it's a lot easier reading it in a book than it is in practicality.
Yeah. You thought it was going to be easy. No?
I wouldn't say that. The first year it was pretty easy when I had 13 people, and I thought, and the rain when it was supposed to, and the bugs didn't seem to be too big of a problem, and then I thought, shit, this is easy. This ain't nothing.
That was an acre of property you gardened.
That was less than an
acre.
Yeah.
You had 13 people.
13 families.
For how long? How many boxes?
13 boxes for the first season.
For 19 or 20 weeks.
I think it was 16 weeks the first year.
And in that small
$300, I want to say.
And did they get a fair deal?
Yeah, I had to deliver it to their homes in Grosse Pointe.
Were these like your relatives?
No. My relatives don't eat vegetables.
Yeah.
My friends don't eat vegetables. They say that's not food. That's what food eats.
So then what happened?
So, I had a carpet cleaning business going. And,
same time out here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was going back into the city and cleaning rugs. And Michelle was working for Spirit Airlines, and she was going back. So I would schedule my appointments, and then everybody in my family realized that, hey, I think he's serious about this. And so from there, it just kind of snowballed. I mean, I didn't know how much equipment it was going to take, and I just had a refuse to die attitude about it. And I had a wife that has a pioneer work ethic, and that discovered that she loves it as much as I do. So we've been a good team. We've looked over the edge. I'll say that much. We've definitely looked over the edge.
Challenging.
All that and more.
Last week I shot video of them planting green peppers.
My crew, coworkers.
Your coworkers.
Mm-hmm.
And they did 10,000 green peppers.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first year you had somebody do that.
That was
you.
Last year was the first year.
Last year
was the first year they worked. It was the first year that we had the Alferos and the Aguilera Rodriguez family, and they're related. And it was our first year with having outside help. We had kids and stuff, farm kids, and they just can't hang. I mean, they just couldn't do the job. And softball and the holiday weekends and quite frankly, the vegetables could care less about July 4th and Memorial Day, and we have a job to do. And with my crew, my new crew, they look forward to coming to work, and they're not asking when they can go home, and they don't have to worry about any softball games. And
They're real farmers.
They're
okay?
skilled. They're skilled laborers. Absolutely. Absolutely.
They've done it before.
Oh yeah. They've picked more things. They've forgotten about picking more things than I have. So.
But up until that time, when you got mechanized, where you were actually planting like those.
We started out planting with me and Michelle planted until 6 years ago with a earthway hand walking cedar and 2 stakes and twine. I can't believe we did that. I can't believe we did it. But we did, and so I guess hopefully we've paid our dues. Hopefully we've paid our dues.
I don't think so.
Great.
You know what I mean? I mean, being here with you and seeing this, it looks like you have a better chance in Las Vegas.
You do really would. I mean, really. People say, you know, I don't gamble. I don't gamble, and you know, I have reasons for that. But I'll tell you, I'm gambling. I mean, I got out of the restaurant business because I thought it's not a good place to raise a family. This is a great place to raise a family, but there is so much stress involved in this because of nature, because of God, because of things you can't control. I mean, I'll be out there doing my job, and then you know, somebody's got to pay the piper, and you hear about it, and hail and straight line winds, and we've seen all of that, but we haven't seen. We've been decimated. What am I talking about? We've been decimated. We had 11 inches of rain in 5 days, and you could have floated an ark out here. And I didn't have tiling. My fields weren't tiled, and I watched my stuff croak right before my eyes. I mean, it's out there treading water like it had cement bikini on, and it was out there, and then finally just, you know, you knock all the oxygen out of the soil, and it becomes anaerobic, and the plants just said, well, adios.
That was it.
That was it. And so, yeah, I mean, that's hard to take. It's really hard to take. And you drive yourself crazy if you don't learn to deal with crop loss.